Well, great morning, everyone. Well, Trump went to the Knicks game, fell asleep as usual, just resting his eyes, and afterwards said they asked him about the Knicks game, and oh yeah, they were enthusiastically cheering me. The crowd was very enthusiastic. So, of course, he's got to spin it that they were cheering him on. And, we can all hear it was boos. It wasn't big cheer. Lord have mercy. I'm wondering if he's that deluded that he actually thought they were cheering him. If he's that deluded and that he cannot recognize reality at all. So anyway, got the cards, giving him a really good ruffle shuffle this morning. And we'll just see what they're going to talk about. Still trying to get away with not looking at any of his families. They owe over $100 million in taxes, and of course, his former personal attorney is saying, what conflict of interest? No, this is a normal thing. Normal thing. Made a deal with the IRS, and this is normal. Normal thing, just to never ever be prosecuted, not looking into him or his organization or his family's tax liabilities. Okay. Just they're on autopilot and ignoring any kind of facts, putting out their fantasy. So let's just see what the cards have to say today. What are you going to tell us about government today, Trumpenstein, etc.? Worldview, what's affecting, this could be his world or just the world in general. Energy coming into it, his dark side. This is coming up more and more, in the beginning of readings now. The world sees his dark side, okay? Energy coming in it. Yeah, what he's trying to sell. The crap he's trying to sell as usual. With the foundation, though, that it's turning. This also is coming up all the time now. So the world sees the crap he's saying, he's toxic, and just the toxic darkness that's going on now. So let's see what it says going today. What's being juggled? Concrete, the stuff is being juggled now. The challenge is a message about action, messages. Above it, figuring out the next move, looking and seeing where they're going and what's being worked on. Potential outcome. What's being withheld? His greed, the drama, the things he's holding back. A lot of this, we've got money, what's being juggled, what's being worked on, what's being withheld. Also, what's happening realistically going on now. Outside influence, what's being strengthened. Above it, out in the cold again, with what's being withheld. When it comes to being ruled by the emotions or Democrats, so the wheel is turning, what's being worked on by Democrats or by spirituality, if you will. We're in the midst of a big change. what he's trying to sell, figuring out the next move, and he's out in the cold with it. That's what's above it. But the foundation is the wheel is turning and working the Democrats. And spirituality, what's being worked on, okay? The world sees the toxicity, what's being juggled today, the challenges, the message about actions being done, the potential outcome is what's being held, and the outside influence, what's being strengthened, okay? And what's being strengthened above it all, he's out in the cold. He's walking wounded, okay? And the Democrats are, again, working on things to make changes. So let's see what we have driving the reading. Yeah, first thing out is about truth. We're looking for truth. There is more judgment coming. Okay? We're coming to a point. Okay, the pinnacle, the 10. So coming to the conclusion of all the stuff coming down with the 10 begins the 1 again. Okay, so we're getting to the climax of stuff with the truth, the judgment, the climax coming, swords coming down, new information coming out. What they're trying to control, the actions they're trying to control, but ruled by the actions, and the takeaway, what they're trying to get away with and abscond with for so long, feeling battle weary now with what they're trying to hide, because more and more is being revealed on a daily basis. We're looking at the fishtails. They continue to try to feed people. But the people are looking at what's being birthed when it comes to their absconding with wealth and the wealthy in general and the long-term ramifications and looking to experts for advice. There is an agreement about his delusion and about the harvest that's taking place. Things are being overturned. His new cup of abominations is overflowing with what they're trying to build and construct, with the choices being made that he's trying to desperately run away from emotionally, such as going to the Knicks game, being heavily booed by everyone there, and then claiming they were cheering him on. So yeah, emotionally running away. There's a new action when it comes to what they're trying to keep the lid on. He's being pushed ever more to the edge, more and more pain, mentally, physical pain. When it comes to his manipulations of a justice, there is a message coming out, informational message on what he's tried to block, on what he's trying to control, about his mental rulership that is in absolute decline. He's ruled by the mind and it's in decline. In other words, he's got no filters left any longer. Okay? He's getting more toxic. So we have the club in hand moving forward with what's being handed out concretely, what's being shared. Again, concrete messages coming out about his abuse of power and a victory when it comes to more light, about his nightmare scenario. And so his ongoing behind the scenes nightmare is continuing because he's mentally conflicted. He's again, we're coming to this end point. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 8, 9, 10. So all of these are coming, this absolutely mental restrictions that he's got going on. Okay? Looking at what's coming in, the investigations that have been taking place, rapidly moving when it comes to those surrounding him, the lovers, the ones supporters, increasingly feeling the burden, arguments going on with what's being handed out. They're leaving in despair. They're taking off now. More and more are resigning, leaving from the White House because they're pondering, not liking what's coming, what's up in the air still when it comes to Epstein stuff, facing a loss with the evidence in hand. And what's new, concrete coming out, is an end point for the Republicans. The Magatonians are causing a, the tower moment going forward for his leadership because of the actions in hand. They're going to temper Trump because they are charging forward, okay? So he's losing the MAGA crowd. Many of them are turning now. They see the toxicity. They can't avoid it any longer. And it's going to be, they see the evidence. They keep losing when it comes to the ongoing elections and stuff. They keep losing ground. And so he's doing all he can to say that everything's corrupt and we can't have mail-in ballots and all the stuff that he's doing now, screaming to high heaven, because he knows it is going to be an absolute disaster for him in the midterms. Okay? So he's doing all he can to try to subvert elections, but it's going to be so overwhelming that he can't skew it, okay? And he is absolutely freaking out because he is going to lose power. Midterms coming up, he is screwed. Okay, that's it. So on that note, I will leave that here. We'll see you online.